So El-Krim's Amazigh forces had defeated the Spanish at Annual, but he did not intend to move on Melilla. Instead, he turned his attention to building a new Rifi state. El-Krim was not interested in leading just another disorganized tribal uprising. His goal was to create an independent Rifi state, or as he put it, a country with a government and a flag. With the prestige and Spanish weapons that he gained at Annual, he intended to create a nation-state and a regular army. Traditionally, the Rif tribes defended themselves with harkas, informal bands of fighters recruited in town market squares. Now, El-Krim and his staff, including European-educated technocrats, reformed the army along modern lines with organized units, uniforms, and salaried soldiers. In reality, though, the regular army was always quite small, consisting of only about 6,000 to 7,000 men. However, it did add to El-Krim's legitimacy and authority. And authority was important. Although the tribes united against the Spanish, they were still divided. Some tribal leaders resented El-Krim's central authority, while others distanced themselves from him after Annual. To them, they defeated the Spanish and could now go home. In 1927, El-Krim reflected on this attitude. Even those of the greatest knowledge and intelligence believed that after the victory had been won, I would allow each tribe to return to complete freedom, despite their realization that this would return the country to the worst conditions of anarchy and barbarism. El-Krim tried to draw the tribes closer by sending appointed officials to villages to introduce reforms like taxation, road construction, creating a telephone system, and nationalizing production. Some tribes resented the changes, especially taxation, so El-Krim's new regular army repressed opposition. All the same, the Rif state did provide some stability, as Swedish journalist Alexander Langlet observed. Abd el-Krim's authority seemed to be absolute, and his laws, for example against tribal and family feuds, seemed to be kept. You can sleep on the road in the Rif, which you can do neither in the French nor in the Spanish zone. El-Krim also understood the value of propaganda. To Europeans, he spoke of the modern aspects of his state building and downplayed the religious aspect, telling them that, quote, "we no longer live in the Middle Ages." But he also knew his own people were devoutly religious. His government often framed the conflict with the Spanish as a jihad, and El-Krim downplayed the modern side of his vision to local followers. His dual approach is clear in a letter meant to be read aloud to the Rifians. Mujahideen, through God's will, we have declared war on the Christian Spaniard and have thrown him out of our beloved land, blessed by the Prophet. Our victory must be completed by the total expulsion of the Christians. To that end, jihad has been called throughout the Rif. You must not make war, sons of Mohammed, like bandits. We must go to battle in an orderly fashion, beneath a flag.